Good morning, my friends. In today's video, I'm going to show you how I used my passion planner. I'm back to use passion planner this year. Last year, I don't know if anybody like me that I've been distracted for a couple of years of not using passion planner. Last year, I was using Hobonichi, Techo, the A5 one. But I've been using Passion Planner previously, I think from 22, 23. Those were the ones, and I just couldn't help and coming back to Passion Planner. One of the, I think, important reason for me to enjoy using like coming back from Hobonichi is really the paper. The Passion Planner paper is super wonderful in terms of the thickness. It's thick enough that there's no way excuse me, you will have any bleeding or anything like that. So, and you can put on any kind of stickers and pull them off. Just the paper quality, it just, it's nothing to worry about. The paper quality gives you peace of mind. So I think that's one of major reason I'm back to, because otherwise the layout it can interchangeable, right, with the Hobonichi. So anyway, excuse me, I'm just recovering from cold. So and also I use undated one, and I think having the experience using dated and undated, I think I now more prefer the undated one. One important reason is for undated one, all the months, are together. So if I usually would do like to see chronologically, like from month to month, how I'm doing some tracking, reviewing stuff like that. I like to have all the months together, and then the same for all the weeks together. So I actually enjoy using undated, so I just date them. And another big advantage of using undated is that they usually have a super good sale for undated planner. Like the past Pi Day sale, I purchased another 2 undated planner, one small, one medium, and they only cost $3.14. Imagine such a good quality planner. Usually you probably just need one, right? Then that's it, rather instead of so much money for any other kinds of planner. So for those 2 reasons, I think I will stay with, well, at least for this year, next year, maybe the years after. Anyway, for undated planner. Now, what I use passion planner for, so usually is for logging, and I would say more memory keeping. And I like to have a book like this, record everything what happened to me. And I actually would go back to previous years. Sometimes I want to see what I did on this day of last year, or sometimes I feel super overwhelmed throughout the year at some period of time, and I say, was that the case last year this time? So then I can go back. Like this is last week's. I color code my activities, and I know, oh, I really spent a lot of time doing my work. Did I spend enough time with the kids? Things like that. So I really enjoy the way I'm using it for memory keeping, and very detailed memory keeping, at least for me. So today's Sunday. I'm about to kind of set it up already for the coming week, and I'm going to just show you how I do that. So on top of each day I usually would put at the beginning would be the weather, the date of, you know, the cycle. I have very extremely regular cycle, so I know exactly what happened. Anyway, yeah. So, and then the next to it would be the weight. So day 12 of the cycle usually is the time we'll have some water retention, things like that. So my weight jump, but jump quite a bit, so I want to make it red. Otherwise usually it's blue. So this red just draw me, just let, so that, you know, I'll pay attention to it. Anyway, and then the next to it, the second line would be my sleep, sleep time, hours, and sleep score. For that reason, last night's sleep score wasn't that good. I feel pretty good, but the score wasn't good. And the previous day's record, I will actually write down, like the lower part of the, usually from here is from 8:30 to 9. I usually go to bed like after 8 o'clock is my time, so I usually just wind down and not too much major activity going on. So I use this space to record my sleep. That would be written down the day after. So like this morning I wrote last night's sleep feedback from me. So I say I slept, I feel slept good, and I also, when I woke up in the morning, I didn't feel any grogginess, right? So I thought it was good, but the actual sleep score wasn't good. But I don't know, I feel like sometimes I don't understand why. Sometimes I understand, but there could probably also some discrepancy between how Fitbit record, the device, recording device, accuracy of the recording device, and whatever it is. But I have, I'm used to record my sleep score. Anyway, so that's what I do there. And over here, I usually would write like what my husband did for us. So like yesterday I wrote he drop off, pick up our youngest to his Saturday's activities. My husband also bought, he did take out for lunch and dinner, because I think for me it's important to record that, so that, because we have a tendency to, well, I have the tendency to probably not appreciate enough of what he did for us, for the family. So I want to keep track of what he did. You know, it's kind of gratitude, right? Journal. So these space that designate for him. He has a space here, and then I will just start my logging. Okay, so so start chronologically logging what I did. So usually in the morning at 6 o'clock, I would do my prayer, Bible reading, and then I will use the time to do some planning. When this video is finished, I'll probably put another record here, say I made a YouTube video. Now the Passion Planner usually have something like this, the quote. I don't usually read them. I think they are, when I read them, sometimes they are actually pretty good, but usually I will use a sticker. So this sticker, I actually print a grid line of pages, red line, right, on a sticker paper, and then I just measure it and cut it. So this is sticker paper, and I will put it over here. And over here, I'll peel it and stick to here. So for this part, I track. I should start with the Sunday. This should be Sunday. I track some routines for the kids and for me also. So let me show you last week how I use it. That's how I track the routine. I put a dot if I did it. For me, keep me on track. Also show to me whether I doing a good job. Did have all these tasks crossed or not? So that's for that. And then over here, this is my way of using it. I don't know if you have experience using the Power Sheet. I had the Power Sheet, and by using Power Sheet, I feel like I understand the importance of tracking the important things in your life. And this is also true for the concept that, you know, if you don't track, you can't really make any improvement, right? And if you think something is important, but you don't track them or reflect them, record them, then how important it is. It's just you say they're important, but you are really not paying attention to. So this is like I categorize my life. It's like priority areas of my life. So I think for each individual, for each of you, each of us, it can be different, right? So the first session over here, the good thing is Passion Planner has, oh my God, let's see. Passion Planner has this space over here that you can you can write things. The in original intention of these, I think it's just check for you to have space to check. Then you put your priority stuff like that. To me, I don't think that's useful to me. So I changed the way I'm using it. Is rather than I have this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sessions, 6 priorities of my life. So I have an environment which including anything like cleaning, decluttering, anything living environment related, I'll put it here. And then next box. So the top 2 boxes are shorter, but the rest of them all have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines, a little bit bigger. So next will be my health. This one will be, you know, things about my husband or family, things like that. I put a question mark, and this one will be something that you can interchange or replace to something else. Like for us, we don't really have any debt. So financially, so far, we don't have any goals because it seems like okay, but I feel like I should set some financial goal, even though we don't have any debt. But anyway, so for you, you may, you know, for some of you, you may want to change this to finance, things like that. And then I have entrepreneur. It's really not entrepreneur. It's just anything outside of the work that has the potential bring money. I would love to make some money, new money. That's what I'm saying. But you see, making a YouTube video, it's really not making the money at all. However, I feel it belongs to here because it's not a real work. So I have that there. And then I have my writing. Writing is something critically important for my line of work. I need to write, and I love to write also. So I want to spend time to writing. And then this is actual work related goal. And then you notice that I have some blue lines here. One thing I do is I color code a lot of things, right? So for me, my color coding system is, I use blue usually. Blue color usually indicates something I want to do. So it's like a plan. And then black usually is something I've done already. So you see over here, I have black. That means I did Bible study. I did planning, right? Like over here, I planned to make a video last week, but I didn't, so I didn't check it off. What else? So So sometimes I feel like rather than just leave all these blank for the week, I like to have some expectation of myself as a way to motivate me or keep me on track. So I will have some plan. If I have some goals for this specific area, I will put in blue and check marks. I think that helps me actually accomplish more. So that's that part. And then you see over here, there's an empty space. I actually divide this into 3 columns because I have 3 children. This is children area. So I have their name on top, and I track their health, school, any achievement, anything exciting happened during that week of the kids. That's their space. So this is kids space. Over there's my husband's space, and the rest of my space. Okay, so that's how I set up my passion planner for the week and how I use it. If you're interested to see some, want to know more, interesting to see some other pages, feel free to let me know. Okay. Otherwise, I'll see you next time. Goodbye, my friends.